Hey Scorpio, welcome to my channel. Maya here. Welcome. This is your June monthly reading uh, for June 2021. So I had a vision for you. I'm going to explain it quickly and then we'll get straight into your reading. So your vision was pretty straightforward. It was a volcano erupting. Um, so the volcano, had three bursts of smoke. One, then some time elapsed, and then another, and some time passed, and then the third, and then there was the full-blown explosion, eruption. So it's like something that has been repressed in your life, whether in your emotions, mentally, or in your energy field in general, in your subconscious, something that you were really repressing is just bam, exploding, and it's really taking over everything in your life. So we'll see what this has to do with. Uh, I'm going to do a Celtic cross, alright? So let's start. Center of your reading, you have the Knight of Wands, crossed by the High Priestess. At your base, the Ten of Cups, crowning you, the Hierophant. Recent past, the Lovers. Near future, the Queen of Wands. The way you see yourself in the situation, the King of Swords. Environment, the Eight of Pentacles. Hopes and fears, the Eight of Swords. And outcome, Judgment. Bottom of the deck, the Two of Cups. So yeah, well, straight away I can tell you this has to do with a deep soul bond. It's a general reading. It's not going to be for everyone, so take what resonates and leave the rest. But lots of indications here that this has to do with a partnership, a deep soul bond, a deep soul love in your life. Scorpio, we have the Lovers, we have the Ten of Cups, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Hierophant as well, which can be indicative of a higher level of commitment within a relationship. So that's what I'm getting, So take it as you will. Center of your reading, to have the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess. So yeah, straight away it's like something is coming to the surface. With the High Priestess, it's really the integration of the light and dark. She's the mistress of mysteries. She has her foot set on the moon. So it's all about following your intuition and listening to your intuition, integrating your light and dark to the point where your higher self is able to completely embody, being embodied in you, and really you lead your life from a deeper space of intuition with the High Priestess. And with it we have the Nine of Wands, so this deep intuition that turns into action, into passionate action with the Knight of Wands. He's fast, he's motivated, he's he's all about action, he's all about go, he's a go-getter. And it could be that for the longest time you couldn't take action on something, and now you're following your intuition in June and acting on it finally. So this repressed or these repressed feelings, or something that was just lurking under the surface for the longest time, now is with this the fire energy of the Knight of Wands is like, wow, this volcano, right? This fire energy, it's just taking you over and you need to act on it. The Knight of Wands also could be indicative that you were in and out of a certain situation, but now you're following your intuition on that as well. At your base you have the Ten of Cups, so completion of the cup suit. It's the happily ever after, it's the fairy tale ending for a couple. For home life, it's just really, this rainbow of cups. Really, it's filled with joy, with exhilaration, with a happy home life, and that's what is at your subconscious level. That's what's bubbling up inside this volcano and just erupting all the way to your crown with the Hierophant. So it's like maybe in a certain relationship, which is a very deep soul bond with the lovers here, Major Arcana card of Gemini, you could be absolutely dealing with a Gemini. Well, this deep soul bond that you maybe have been repressing your feelings about or around, you know, well, it's really now completely taking over your subconscious. It's bubbling up from under the surface. It's absolutely, you know, with the high priestess. That's what I'm feeling. You know, the volcano. You know, the eruption bubbles up at the center, at the core, within under the earth, under the crust, right? It bubbles up there, and then it goes all the way to the full eruption, and then this higher level of commitment that we see with the Hierophant. You are absolutely ready to give, or I mean, it's in your consciousness now. You're consciously willing and able and raring to give this full commitment to this beautiful partnership, relationship, love that you've been repressing for the longest time, I feel here. So recent past, yes, the lovers, again, you know, this deep soul bond could be twin flames, could be soulmates, could be quantum partners that keep reconnecting over space, over time, over dimensions, and now it's, you know, it's overseen, it's protected by the universe, it's fated. And now it's here in your recent past, could be to do with a Gemini, as I said, and this divine feminine and divine masculine, which had, who had an obstacle between them, and maybe that's what was keeping you from committing all the way, maybe in the past. All these repressed feelings that we see in your vision, maybe really it had to do with this deep soul bond. You need future. The Queen of Wands, well, yeah, again, this passion. The Queen of Wands, she's creative, she's passionate, she is self-confident, she follows her intuition, and that's what makes her so creative. She's extremely authentic. She listens to her intuition with this little black cat here. So yeah, it's like you now are listening, you are dropping into your heart, because the lovers can also indicate a decision made from the heart over the mind, and it's like you are just done with following your mind in this situation and dropping into your heart, into your passion for this relationship. If it's not a relationship, it could be something that is very close to your heart, a project, or a passion, an endeavor, a hobby that you have, that you're turning into something more in your life. But I can't help but seeing a relationship here, right? So that's how I'm reading it. And so yeah, so this you know, this self-confidence that you get, this fire, right? This fire with all these wands, and you're all about water, Scorpio, but this fire that is really coming up inside of you in June. You're all about water, and you have the Ten of Cups at your subconscious level. So all these emotions bubbling up to the surface, as I said, and this turning into this fire that needs to be expressed, right? And that's why the volcano is erupting. And it has to do, of course, as I said, with as we saw with the Two of Cups, which is a really mutual attraction, divine masculine again and divine feminine offering each other their cups of love wholeheartedly, completely healed, and just, you know, choosing each other. It's mutual love here. The way you see yourself in the situation is the King of Swords. So you need to communicate. You have this need for communication with integrity, open, clear communication. You need to confront these repressed feelings, or the special person that you want to communicate with. You need to confront this head on. You have this need, and you see yourself as doing this in June. Truth coming out, clarity, and this, you know, integrity and forcefulness in communicating. Hopes and fears, you have the Eight of Swords. So here is this repression that I got from your vision, and that we've seen with the High Priestess and the Knight of Wands. It's like you've repressed your feelings for the longest time, and it's a mental prison, right? The Eight of Swords. It's analysis paralysis. You've been overthinking this. You've been really stuck in your mind about this, because there were repressed emotions around this partnership, this deep soul bond, this love, this connection, and you couldn't see see a way forward for the longest time. But you know, with the Eight of Swords, nothing is really actually keeping us bound. You only need to, you know, shuffle a little bit, and these bandages will come undone, and then you can take this blindfold off. And that's why we often say that the Eight of Swords is an self-imposed mental prison. But this is in your hopes and fears. So you are absolutely hoping to be able to shed this stuckness, this mental prison, and at the same time fearing you're not going to be able to, because you haven't been able to for the longest time, and you've been repressing it in your environment. The Eight of Pentacles. So you've been working on yourself internally. That's how I'm getting it here. Yes, you could have delved into work to kind of distract yourself from this whole situation. But I feel that you've done the work internally, and that's why in June there's this volcano happening, this eruption happening in your feelings, where you cannot suppress your feelings anymore. I mean, they come out whether you like it or not. But I feel you've done some internal work for this explosion, this expansion in your feelings, this liberation in a sense, because a volcano is a big liberation of energy, right? For this liberation to happen. And then in your outcome you have the Judgment. So Phoenix rising up from the ashes, something that was completely dead, being reborn, rebirth, something that was almost dead being completely coming to life again and again. This theme of the volcano, because while the volcano is not erupting, while it's not active, while it's dead, it's dead. It's just a cone of rock, right? And once it's I'm not dealing with the destruction that happens around the eruption of a volcano here. I'm just dealing with the energy that it represents. And so something that was completely dead effectively comes back to life and erupts with the most major natural life force there is. And what is love reborn but that, right? So let me just get you a few clarifiers on this, Scorpio. So let's just please, Spirit, clarify the Lovers in the recent past. Star, Three of Cups. Okay, wow. And everything else makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you. Maybe one card for the Hierophant. Yeah, wow. And then let's clarify Judgment as the outcome. Wow. It cannot be clearer than this, Scorpio. So bottom of the deck you have the Ten of Swords. So you had hit rock bottom in this situation. It was so painful. Let me tell you, it was really painful. I mean, the Ten of Swords, really painful. But the worst is over, because there's this new dawn coming. It's a 10, it's the completion of the suit. and maybe it was so painful, and that's why you have been, you know, stuck for the longest time and repressing your feelings for the longest time in this situation. But look at that. I mean, crowning you, you have the Hierophant and the Tower. Here is this volcano, this big, big, big explosion that is happening in your consciousness, in your feelings, where you really want to a higher level of commitment in this situation. With the Lovers, you have the Star and the Three of Cups, so major arcana card of Aquarius. So yeah, big healing has happened here between this divine feminine and divine masculine. It's been long, it's been hard, it really would have shaken you to the core, both of you. But it was about a deep healing that had to happen, and now here you are aligning with your highest good again, Scorpio, healing your emotions, you know, and balancing your emotions with your physical life, aligning with your stars. A wish come true after this Tower moment happened where everything was just shattered in this relationship. I want to say, I'm just gonna go with it, and this big reunion that is happening, right? This big reunion, this celebration of this beautiful, beautiful, happy ending that you feel bubbling up from your core. And Judgment clarified by the Four of Pentacles and Ace of Cups. So I mean, this says it all. I mean, you've been repressing your feelings for the longest time. The Four of Pentacles, you were keeping things close to your chest, just holding on really tight to your feelings, really repressing them, and now they are overflowing. Volcano, really, but volcano of water here. Just your cup runneth over. You cannot hold this in anymore, Scorpio. It's not possible, let me tell you. Just your feelings are overflowing, and it's a deep, deep love. It's a deep love. It's really, let me show you. So the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups, the Lovers and the Ace of Cups. This volcano of feelings is erupting in June, and there's nothing you can do about it, Scorpio. Forget the Four of Pentacles, forget the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Swords, forget the Tower. You can't hold this in any longer, and it's coming up in the biggest way for you in June, Scorpio. So thanks for being here. I hope this helped. Bye.